Hello, Jaime back from Inky and Scrappy with a new Let's Start Stamping series. I have no clue what I'm doing today. I picked out that paper pad. I think we'll use it because I kind of decided we were going to go with this one from Whimsy. Wait for me. I didn't want to do a lot of coloring today, and I think I want to do a bunch of layers, and I wanted to show you a fun technique with wire and washi, because why not? And then I pulled in some glitter washi because, you know, glitter all the things. So options, right? So let's start with the washi, and I guess this is probably some fairly thin wire. I want to say it's jewelry wire. That's the word I was looking for. I'm pretty sure it's a jewelry wire. Any thin wire would work. If you have a bag twisty tie from the bread, it will work. You can peel that other stuff off and replace it with some fun stuff. So I'm just going to do a little piece today because I don't need a whole, I'm sure I'm not going to need a whole lot. I probably won't even need as much as I'm doing. But I'm just going to peel off a little piece. And so we're going to start with our wire and some washi. So this is, I don't know, the washi that I wanted didn't go with my card because, you know, I wanted to use the murderous washi that I have because it's fun, but whatevs. So I'm going to start by laying my one piece of washi tape, and you can do it this way. You can stick the sticky part down, like bend it down on the one end. I'm going to measure my piece here, and I'm going to flip this over just so it sticks onto my work surface so I don't have to fight with it while I'm doing this. And then I'm going to take my piece of wire. I'm just going to lay that in the center here. You're basically making a washi twisty tie. So it's kind of fun because you kind of get to do whatever you want. It's not going to stick the whole way down. That's fine. We're going to take this, another piece of washi tape, and we're just going to fold this on top, and we're going to try to line it up with the one that is underneath it. Well, we do this, making sure that our wire is mostly in the middle. It doesn't have to be totally in the middle, but mostly in the middle. And then you can peel it up off the top. You can either fold it over or just cut it at the end. And voila! You have your very own custom twisty tie. This works for in tags, so we'll probably end up doing a tag today on the front of our card. At least that was kind of my thought, because ultimately you have washi that you can bend and fold, and it's, you know, I didn't get it exactly lined up, but it's washi. We all know how well washi sticks to itself. That's about it, right? So I'm not too worried about it sticking on anything. If your washi is really sticky, or you can do this method with a piece of paper as well. I would go thinner, not too heavy. I would go 65 is probably the top. Text weight paper is probably going to go better with this one. So if you have some really thin copy style like pattern paper, this would work. Just cut it into little strips, do your piece of wire in the middle, and then you have that fun little fold that it will, you know, hold the shape that you want it to hold on the front of your card. So we will come back to this piece later. Let's start by picking out some papers. I kind of have a card idea in mind. I don't exactly know where I'm going with this one, let's be honest. So I need a base. I'm going teals and greens, I guess. What colors? My washi's got some yellow stars. So teal, blue. Ooh, I kind of like that one. We could definitely go with the moons. That would be kind of cute for a space theme. And then throw a punch of pink in there. So I think we've got 4 sheets. We're probably good there. There's some other options, of course, in this one. This one I picked up at officesupply.com. It was like $2. So, you know, there's that. All right, so let's get cutting. I have an idea. I'm gonna grab my cutter here. I also don't really want to color today, but we'll see. You know how I roll. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes, you know, it happens. I want to go, let's go with this one for my background. It kind of brings in all the colors that I want to use on the front piece. I'm going to give myself a 1/4 inch border, or an 1/8 of an inch border actually. So I'm going to cut this one at 4 and 5 1/4. And we'll set scraps off to the side. And this is only one-sided, so I don't have to worry about the back side being totally cute. I want a strip. Let's see. I want to do this one as my strip. Now I'm going to cut this one because I want my strip to be about, let's go 2.5 inches. So I'm kind of going to lay it out on my cutter and kind of figure out. So 2.5 would be 1 1/4 would be my center. And I really want my center to kind of be the center. And so I'm going to do it this way. 2.5. Now I'm not going to get the whole thing on there, right? So I can either decide to go with moons, or I can cut off both of the moons because I really only need this one to be 4 inches. So at 2, I can go on the center line there, and then at 2, so I'll measure that to 4, and we have our piece that should lay right on top of there. And set that one off to the side. And then for my main pieces, do I want to go, I think I want to go pink just because I want to go big and bold. Now I'm thinking I'll either do her or I'll do him. I haven't decided yet. I suppose I have to decide before I cut that piece, huh? I don't want to cover up. I think I'll put her on the inside of the card because then I don't feel like I have to color her. I think I'm going to do him. So he's fairly little. I could probably do him on a 1.5-ish, maybe 2 inch. So let's cut this one at, we'll go, since our other one is 2, I want to kind of keep this one a little bit bigger. I'm going to go 3 by, do I want to go 3 by 3? 3 by 3.5, that's quite large. I can always trim them down. 3, I could do 3 by 2 too. 3 by 2.5. That looks good because then I can do 2 by 2 and have a little piece on the bottom. We'll try it that way. We can always, we have extras, we can always cut some more. So I've got those ones. So if you see how this one's kind of shaping up here. Got those ones, and I want a strip of this one. I want to go at about 1/2 inch. An inch. I want 1/2 inch. So let's go this way. So if we go 1/2 inch, we're going to be at 6 because that top border piece is about 1/2 inch. So we'll throw that one here. And let's see if I need anything else as we go here. I need a white piece. So, and at this point, I don't plan, well, maybe I'll color a little bit. We'll see. I'm going to stamp out my image first, and then I'm going to color, or then I will cut it out and see how we, you know, kind of have room. What we don't have room for, we'll figure it out. Okay. I'm going to stamp that one. I thought these would be kind of cute as accents too, like coming up from the bottom. We'll see. I could definitely cut this one into a tag. So keeping that in mind, maybe I should put it over. Well, actually, if we do this and then we cut a tag out to put underneath, it would probably be right. All right and proper, I suppose. We might even cut this one out. We might do some fussy cutting today. Shh. Who am I? And where is Jaime gone? Do I want? Okay, maybe I've changed my mind. Just thinking about it. If I put this one onto colored cardstock and put that on the other one, I can emboss and make it into kind of a colorful tag. So I'm gonna pop this one on here. I'm gonna use some anti-static powder. What color do I want? I kind of want to do it in silver. I think that would be fun. Let's see. Let's do, because I'm gonna go with silver, it's color, I can just go with the VersaMark. This is a watercolor stamp pad. It's glycerin based. That's what makes it stays wetter longer, so you can emboss. It doesn't need to be as quick. You could definitely go with your VersaFine Onyx Black. I just think doing this one in silver will be kind of fun. So I'm gonna ink it up good, smoosh it down, be careful on my dismount here, and it looks like it's stamped really good. So I'm just gonna bring in my silver. I just keep my silver in a bigger one because I like to use silver frequently. I haven't used it for a while, but normally I have bigger containers for my white, my silver, my clear, and don't ask me why I still have black in a container, because I hate black embossing powder with a passion. It never works well for me. It like sticks funny, and I've just switched to like clear black ink with clear embossing powder over the top. It works a lot better. But once in a blue moon, I still use the black because, you know, it's gonna work, right? Heating your heat gun up. How did we end up so zoomed in? Heating your heat gun up will make it faster work, so we have that one. So I always heat it from the back because it's gonna help set that powder onto the paper before moving to the front, and that just gives us, you know, I think it gives us a better emboss technique. And I'm just gonna wait for it to cool a little bit and then just take my towel and kind of dust that anti-static powder off. Now you will note that it is going to have a bend to it. It just does. You can definitely try heat setting it from the back again after you've melted the front to kind of smooth it out per se. But I think we'll go with that one. Let me find a cutting die. So I'm pulling in just a basic tag die. This one comes from Trinity Stamps A4 die set, I guess. A4 bar card builder die. So I'm gonna pop up my Scout here, throw my plates in there that I need, and I'm just gonna kind of cut a piece big enough here. Let's go this way. I want my hole on my tag facing that way. You could definitely just do this with a rectangle die and then just clip your corners, especially if they're not a stitched one. There's a lot of different, I have a big set of dies somewhere of stitched tags or tags, they might not even be stitched, from MFT. Do you think I know where they're currently located? No, that would make too much sense. Okay, pop that back down there. And so we have it cut. It's ready to go. This way we have a tag that we can use, a piece that we made earlier to slide right in, and you know, all the fun things. So I'm just gonna kind of curl that up a little bit and then run that through. You are more than welcome to trim this down if you need to trim it down. We might end up trimming it down a little bit just so it will fit a little bit better. I don't think I'm gonna need it much longer than that, but it's probably plenty long. So we have our washi twisty kind of threaded through there. I'm just gonna fold it so it kind of stays in place. Let's grab a card base. Just one, not two. Do I want? Okay, so I kind of have those ones. I should probably do my sentiment on the inside before I start building it all the way. So if you are like me and you suck at getting straight lines when you do your scoring, as long as you line it up good in the corner before you do your crease, it should crease to kind of where you want it, and it should kind of line up a little bit better. If I'd have just folded it and creased it, it would have definitely been a little bit off, because how I roll, obviously. Pop this one out. I really like the cow too. I like that it's two people-y on this planet too. That one works too. Okay. I'm gonna pop this one in here. Maybe. So ultimately, my card is going to be orientated this way. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter which way I go. So this way. I was thinking I was going to go the long way, but I'm not. I'm going hot dog and not hamburger. So let's see. Beam me up. There's no intelligent life down here. Wait for me. I really need some space. Beam me up. It's two people-y on this planet. All of these are sufficient. Let's go with the wait for me. Do I want? I haven't decided yet. I kind of like the cow. I'm going to move this one up. I have an idea. Okay. This one up. I don't need all of her. I just want a little bit of her. And then we'll pick this one up. And I'm just going to stamp this one with my VersaFine Onyx Black. And we are good there. That one out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in a stencil, and if you don't have a stencil, you can just do this with tape. But I have rabbit hole designs, little kind of, I don't know, what is, it's like a beam, right? It's like a light beam. So I'm going to kind of do this one. I don't want to do a lot with this one. I just want to do a little bit. And I want it to stop at the end of my sentiment. And then it's just going to have that little beam down of light. And I'm just going to do this with just a regular dye ink. It doesn't need to be, okay, well, it might be thick there. It doesn't need to be an oxide. I should say you don't want an oxide for this one. You probably just want to dye, because ultimately the oxide will cloudy up your image that's down below, and I just want to kind of add the beam of light. Now this isn't totally dry, so you might want to wait for the inside to dry before you do this. It's kind of gray, but it's okay. And so then we can just remove that, and it'll kind of show. You could definitely go bigger if you wanted to go bigger. I kind of wanted to just make it look like the spaceship beaming light. Ultimately, I have that, so my inside is done. And we're going to start with our layers down here. So where's my glue? I cleaned my desk. You all know what that means. I can't find anything. Why does it work that way? Like, when it's a hot mess, I can usually figure out where things are. When it's clean, or semi-clean in this case. Oh, I might have. Oh, we might be able to use this tip yet. Okay. I haven't been in here for a half a day, and my glue is definitely reminding me it's winter out and dry. Okay, I may have also not put the cover on it properly right away last time. Okay, so this one I am just going to kind of center it, giving that hopefully equal 1/8 inch all the way around. It's not exact, probably because I didn't cut it exactly. It is what it is. Okay, so we have that one on there, and then I'm going to come in with this layer first. I want this one to go underneath, I think. I will regret my decision later, but that's okay. We're going to go here. Just kind of up from the bottom a little bit. Pop this one over the top. And this one you could have cut bigger. You could have done the 4 1/4 tall. Oh wow, drop-itis is us today. Okay. At least we know how the day's going to go. Hot mess. It's still there, but it'll be okay. And then this one, I'm going to set it off center. I think this one might be one that I've done before, at least card base wise. Do I want to throw in this one before I get too far? I don't know. I think I want to. Okay, so I'm just gonna, this is like, I don't know if you'd call it washi. Glitter tape is what it's called. And I'm gonna go with the silver because we used the silver on the little alien dude. And so I'm gonna come here and kind of line this one up on top. I don't want to go all the way, I just want to go kind of partially. And then I'm just going to cut it at an angle here. And then I think we're going to do a little piece on the other side. Ooh, maybe we could go like this. And then I think we can cover that up with this one. I don't know if I like that. Where do I want? Oh, maybe we can still do that. I kind of like that there. Okay, I changed my mind. We'll go back. I'm going to go over the top of the other one though. I'm not going to line it up to the bottom. I'm going to kind of aim for the middle. well, it's not obviously straight. Okay, try that. And then we will put this one, I think, right about here. I didn't put a sentiment on this one. I may regret that decision later. You know, after it's glued down or the glue is on it, then I think about it. It's inevitable. And I'm just going to move that one over. I don't want it to be on top of that piece entirely. I kind of want it to be off to the side a little bit. So ultimately we're going to come in with our tag and kind of lay that one over the top. Do I want to twist it? I'm going to just twist it once. I'm going to do an angled snip here and an angled snip. Well, I cut it before I meant to, but an angled snip there. And I think I want to pop this one up with some foam tape. Let's see, we'll use little foam strips. Now this paper is probably maybe 60-pound weight. It's not overly heavy. So if that's, so adding foam, I'd probably be a little bit heavier on the foam just because it's more likely to bend than if it were a heavier cardstock weight. And we'll peel those up. One at a time, because let's be frustrating today. I told you this is how the day is going, so hey, having at it. And then, I mean, we could even go up higher, but I think I want to frame it onto the pink. So this end and this end is kind of similar in distance there. And then down here is kind of where I was thinking I would put my sentiment. I haven't decided what I want for my sentiment. But we could also, you know, do like the little cat or the other thing. The cow would be cute too. It's too peoply on this planet, and he's got his little peace out fingers. I think that's the way to go. What do I want to stamp this one on, though? I could have done it. I mean, I still can do it right on that piece. Okay, in for a pound. In for a pound. Let's go for it. I told you I'd regret my decisions later on in life. It's usually how it goes. It's too peoply on this planet. So I'm going to go for center on this one. Hope and centered on this one. Pick that one up. We're going to use the VersaFine Onyx Black. It always gives me the best impression, especially when I do risky stuff. Now, keep in mind, if I don't get a good impression right now, I can totally cover that up with a tag or a sentiment strip or something like that. We'll just use a coordinating color of paper and make it go. I'd probably pick something like a lighter teal. There might even be, there's a lighter one in the paper pad. I'd probably go with like that one or something to throw over the top if it didn't stamp right the first time. But it did, so we're good. I still think we need some bling. So let's see. I want sparkly things. I've kind of been going silver, so let's do some silver bling. These are holographic silver solid confetti sequences from Cat Scrappyness. I have been in love with these lately. It just is what it is. So I have an ink blob up here. I'm going to cover that one up. I'll probably go a little bit here. Usually I do in clumps of 3. Let's be real. I think I'm gonna put one by my little alien dude. I'm grabbing a crystal katana. It's actually like, well, it's an embellishment wand, but you'll find them in like nail embellishment wands on Amazon. If you've been looking or you don't know what it's called, that's what they're called. So I'm gonna go with the big one to cover my big old goober. Just call me goober. I'll go with a little one, and I think there's medium ones in this one. Yes. I like that there's 3 sizes. Trinity also has like embellishment mixes that have the 3. They don't have the holes in the middle, and they have the 3 different sizes, which I kind of like. And then we're going to go down here and add some bling around our sentiment. I always put the flat part down. I don't do it the other way. It's totally up to you how you do it. This is just kind of my preferred. I'm going to tuck that one underneath. Well, I had a middle-sized one. There, little one. Now we have some options on this one. We didn't color anything. We didn't really do anything over the excuse me, over the top when it came to having to color the things. So I'm going to add just some white gel pen. I'm going to make sure it works first. So I'm going to take the white gel pen and throw, I guess we could do black, huh? I mean, it's an alien. Let's do black. And actually I'm going to use the Micron pen because then I can go over that part with some glossy accents. So I'm just coloring in his little alien eyes with black. And this is just a Micron pen, so it's just it's black. It's not that big of a deal, right? Any black pen would work. And then I'm going to come in with like a glossy accents. Oh, are we working today? No. There we go. I even upgraded and went to a new bottle. My other one, as you know, has been on the outs for quite some time. This is a really old one though, from close to my heart, so it's not any better than my other one. One of these days, I'll pick up my game. I promise. Why must we be this way? That's been my week. Can I be honest with you? It's been my week. The power was out on Tuesday. Like, it was planned, right? So they came the day before. They're redoing our Highline poles. And so they came out, said, we're going to be out, whatever. So I was like, yeah, no big deal. We came back, and the power was back on when we got back home. And the internet was not. So I tried rebooting it. I tried all the things. I ended up calling the internet company. They tried troubleshooting it. They're like, well, I think your router's bad. We can send someone out, but of course if they send someone out, it's going to cost me a whole lot more. I just buy a new one. So I bought a new one. It gets here, and it still doesn't work. So I called them again. And so that one went back, and we are back to square zero. No internet. I'm waiting for another one to come in hopes that this new brand will work better than the old one. Needless to say, I love technology. If you don't sense the sarcasm in that one, you should. I was trying to fill in the rest. There was just a little spot that didn't get it. So I'm just going to do glossy accents over the top of his little dome on his spaceship. You could definitely come in with a different color marker and color it. But I kind of like the see-through, like that it's reflecting its surroundings, whatever. Little stars on this one would have been cute too. I think I like it. I don't think I need to do anything else. I think maybe if I had die cut another color and laid it over the top, that would have been kind of cute, just to add a little bit more, or added some little flags behind there. Could have worked. But ultimately, I like how this one turned out. You could even go in with, where's my silver? And say you could come in like off the top and add just a couple of little sheets, or come in with the pink. Do like a strip of pink, just like a little flag coming in would be kind of cute too. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a fairly, I don't know, quick, I guess, kind of quick. I love I haven't done this forever. It's an old technique, and I think I need to resurrect it more frequently because I have a lot of washi. And really, with a washi like this, you could probably fold it over because it's like super thick, right? You could definitely just fold it over, you know, and make it work that way. I like doing the sandwiching. It gives you a little bit more options when it comes to all the things. But it's kind of a fun, quick add to adding a tag onto the card. So don't be afraid of adding tags. They kind of just give you options to add fun things. I have a plethora of ribbon because ribbon used to be all the rage, and so I don't get rid of anything, let's be honest. So that would have been another option, was to throw a ribbon on there, and you can do it just like you do the twisty tie, and instead of tying it or anything, you can tie a little, take like a piece of string and tie right here, and it won't be as bulky for mailing. That's one thing that you could do instead of the twisty tie. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that you can do. But even just doing a piece of your pattern paper through there, cut really thin and loop it, you know, obviously double-sided, loop it and kind of do the same thing. Using a stapler, like the mini staplers, and kind of securing your ribbon that way, you can definitely do too. But I would definitely say give the little twisty tie a try, especially if you have hordes of washi like I do. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm done yapping. Bye!